Hey guys, we're back!
Yep.
And this time we should have a lot of better audio.
Yeah, our microphone is actually going to pick us up. Let's just hope we can actually be heard over the game.
As I said in my announcement, it was the recording level set at 49 instead of the max 100, like the speakers.
Is that a new sword?
Yeah.
Ah!
Extraordinarily hard blade allows this sword to inflict massive amounts of damage.
Except it's liquid metal, so it wouldn't be extraordinarily hard. Also, it seems you've unequipped his armor by accident.
Oh, that wasn't on purpose. While I was, hunting liquid metal slimes to prevent Accelerate from bouncing.
Ah.
So yeah, this will always do 2 damage to liquid metal slimes, even just a regular attack. You don't even need to do Metal Slash.
Ah, I see. Nothing else new in terms of, gear?
Nope. But I did get some levels.
Yeah, as we can see. Alright then.
But as you can, if you can vaguely remember level 42, HP and MP isn't that really big of a boost at these levels now.
Yeah, I think it's because we're kind of past the general curve where we're supposed to be in the game.
Like Jessica, in one of the levels she gained 1 MP.
Yeah, we're kind of past the general curve, so we're starting to get diminishing returns.
Okay. Oh, one of the reasons I grinded was to get Angelo maxed out.
Yes. Which gives him...
Lightning Storm and...
Nice.
Pearly Gates.
Ah, and that's because he's maxed Charisma?
Yep. So
already.
Now I'm using those other points to work towards the staves.
Right, because doesn't he get extra magic?
He does. Yeah, we already got a few. Tingle? No, wait, that wasn't one. Dazzle, Fizzle, and Bounce so far.
Ah. Wow. He earns those fast.
Yep. Let's see, now I've moved Jessica to staves too. She's at 40.
Do you get any extra spells on her for that?
We do. At 100 we get Kazing.
Ah! Well, that would have been useful to have.
I assume that was probably more useful than getting Hustle Dance at 100 sex appeal.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit. Because, you know, a guaranteed resurrection is a bit more, applicable than 70 hit points.
And you know what's ironic? She's got the most defense right now.
Yeah. I don't know. That entire skill tree for her seems just... Well, that entire skill set for her seems kind of like a disappointment. Like, it doesn't even seem to be worth investing in.
You know,
long run.
Well, I mean, Hustle Dance can be useful. I mean, it costs no MP.
Yeah, except it's no MP, but 2 other characters can already outclass the healing you get from that by the time you get it. Unless you do nothing but dump points into that. Which is unwise, given that it completely removes her. That means you don't get any development on her other abilities, which she kind of needs.
If you take the staves
given how underwhelming those abilities are.
If you take the staff route, she ends up, by the end, getting an increase of plus 100 MP.
Yeah, having all that, it might actually be more worthwhile, I think, overall, to invest totally into, like, say, rather than splitting your skill points between whatever your primary weapon is and sex appeal, your primary weapon and staves, because that means she gets the extra spells and the extra magic points to cast with. Okay, so there's this shrine here. This looks vaguely ominous. Oop. Okay, game over. Everybody's dead. That's it, folks. We'll see you later. So it just teleports us into this dungeon with no explanation.
And
Because, you know, bonus dungeons never need explanation. Hellstalkers, the creepy cousins of Hellraiser.
However, you did say that 100 whips for the Surface Knight was worth it.
Yeah, because it's, well, it's a better version of... It does actually do damage, and it's... I'm trying to watch this attack animation. Yeah, now holy shit, that's worth the investment there.
Ouch.
Completely zero damage.
Oops. I guess we're gonna do an overkill. Oh well.
Yeah. It's a pity you don't get overkill bonuses in this. Because I know there are some RPGs that actually do reward you if you overkill an enemy hard enough.
What's actually considered overkill?
Well, doing far more damage than their remaining hit points.
Well, I mean, like, how much damage over their remaining hit points is considered overkill?
Depends. Do you mean, like, just in general?
Like if they have 5 health and you do 10 damage.
That's not quite overkill. If they have 5 health and you do, like, 50 damage, depending on the, you know, scaling of the game, then, yeah, that's probably overkill. Not a whole lot of overkill, but overkill. And he just looks at people to do damage. Okay, that's kind of awesome. Of course, I'm going to skip these animations.
Bless you!
Yeah.
Taken down by Pretty!
Yeah, okay.
And of course, we have no map, so we kinda in a...
We're just kind of wandering around right now, hoping we go in the right direction. Which means, of course, I'm going to have to keep track of which way we've gone. Plus, it's everything.
Hey!
Well. That guy gets So yeah, this is definitely a bonus dungeon here.
Too bad, so sad, we're not using any spells.
Yeah, this is... And now to just take out the phone there. Once again, ow.
I still like that camera animation there.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. Wow, really shitty experience rewards, though. And money. I mean, we're post-game at this point, so it's not strictly necessary, but still, that's a little bit disappointing.
Oh, and in case anyone's curious, Auriculum Rusty old sword and slime crown for the liquid metal sword.
Oh, or Calcum.
That. See, and this is where in areas where hustle dance can become of use. When you get fizzled.
Yeah. But again, we also have access to the Sage's Stone, which is a better version.
You're pathetic.
Just end this already. So, downside to Giga Gash, it takes 4 friggin' ever. And shit. Well, that didn't quite go as planned. It's not a whole lot of damage. And again, they probably have a lot of physical defense, but, you know, silhouettes.
That's one.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think takes more priority, reviving Jessica or healing Angelo? So I kinda...
Usually, well, a dead character can't get any deader. A healer who is critically wounded, though, especially a healer with a revive spell, that generally takes priority. You gotta make sure your healer survives to heal people, after all.
And if all 4 of your characters are in bad condition and you only have single heal spells, heal people like Angelo first.
Right, you know, the people who can res. We haven't been using the, what's it called, Divine Judgment or whatever.
I'm not gonna deal with the random relay.
So how exactly does it work then?
It lowers, makes magic do more damage to enemies.
And that's it?
Yeah, remember we saw it with the blue thing in the red one fight?
Oh yeah. So that's all it does, is it just makes...
They make the enemies more vulnerable to magic.
That's kind of underwhelming, actually. Well, I guess it depends on how much... Is it like twice as vulnerable?
Ha!
Okay, so, yes, he needs healing. Should have been healed last round. Just saying.
They should do more damage this time.
And they completely missed the one dude. Down. 7 points.
Nope. And I'm not even gonna think about getting the treasure here until we get the map once we reach the Dragon Sanctuary.
Oh, there's an actual map in here? A map of this place?
Yep, once we get out of the place.
Of course. Wait a second, going back to this Divine Judgment or whatever. So,
It lowers
it lowers magic resistance for enemies.
and so if it's used on us.
Well, right, duh. So why were you don't use it because of VIII?
It doesn't always work.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like it's like a zinc type thingamajig.
Okay. You could have mentioned that before.
It's just like zap doesn't always work. Or not zap, sap.
Wrong consonant.
I don't understand why they're so resistant to attacks.
Because they're not fully real, would be my guess. I mean, they're just shadows. They're incorporeal. Which, as anybody who's played Dungeons & Dragons knows, that just provides you with damage resistance.
Damage resistance for the win!
Of course, it usually also comes with a reduction in maximum hit points. So it's supposed to balance out.
You know, it's incredibly funny to watch him do this animation when you're fighting Raptorn on Imperia.
Yeah, he's stabbing, the god bird.
Go ahead, steal all the MP from Genghis you want. Bam!
Wow! I'd say you did a bit more to steal his MP there.
As I was trying to say, steal all the MP you want, because Genghis, we're not using some of that magic user.
Well, he's not designed to be a magic user anyway. Like, really, what he's supposed to do is share magic, and that's it, out of his MP. And maybe occasionally buff. Finish him. Fatality.
I love it when things happen spontaneously like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I was talking about Genghis' MP, and all of a sudden, boom, he's dead.
No. Ooh, this looks kind of cool. I don't think there's anything actually used here, but, looks kind of nice at least. Ugh. The dumb thing about these monsters is they have the treasure chest design, but they never show up as actual, mimic-type monsters. They always they only show up in random battles. Not really, They're kind of supposed to be.
Stupid armor.
Very carefully. Not to say anything.
So, remember how you ranted about that it's stupid that dead characters can reflect revive spells?
Yes.
It wasn't the character, it was the armor they had, and Angela had both the mirror armor and the mirror shield.
Yes, I know. You're being pedantic. The point is, like, I know it's not the character deflecting the spell. Characters don't deflect it on their own. It's the equipment they have. My point stands. It is a really fucking dumb
Flawed
mechanic.
system.
I don't know who thought it was good game design to allow that. Oh hey, Thanatos' shield. I'm guessing that's a cursed item that has to be purified, and I'm guessing it's crap. Like, I'm just gonna take a wild guess here that it's gonna be crap compared to what we've got.
I'll have to take a look later. I think it makes a goddess shield, which is a better shield. I don't know.
Don't got the Saint's Ashes, right?
Yep, I'll have to look out later. Okay, Angela, no more lightning storm for you.
You're just gonna charm them dead.
Cost 25 MP.
Was that a lightning storm?
Yes.
Wow, that was disappointing.
And it's just as strong, and it only costs 10 MP.
Yeah, well, I guess it's because Angelo is more of a hybrid, fighter / caster.
You can dodge a look.
Yeah. I'm more amused by the fact that looks can, in this instance, actually kill. I think the combat system, I think some of these abilities might actually be more interesting if they had effects that triggered, like, if they met certain conditions, like, I was just thinking, what if Angelo got some kind of a buff if he killed something with that move?
A permanent buff, or?
Just a buff for that battle. But, what if it would reward actually investing into those abilities?
You think the game would be nice enough to at least let you cast it if you've already chosen it. But that's how you get to waste MP. Thanks. Well, he didn't get bounced on, but he got the mirror things on. Hello, you.
This is gonna be a pain in the ass. But anyway, as I was saying, I think it would be interesting if let's see, Falcon Slash's benefit is pretty obvious, as is Flame Slash and Miracle Slash and Dragon Slash. I wonder how that skill works on enemies that don't have eyes.
Wait, I meant to do Kaboom. Oops!
Oh well. know, it's tough to think of other examples. Because a lot of the other abilities are just kind of straightforward, this is what they do, the benefits are clear. You know, Flame Slash does fire damage, which admittedly doesn't help a whole lot, because I feel like Elemental Weakness doesn't come up here as much as it should. Or, if it does, it doesn't... it isn't clear that it does. Which is...
Hello!
See, I think that's just as bad. It's... when... You know, if you have elemental properties map, then the game should be clear about when those map.
Maybe a bonus dungeon, but the battles are relatively easy.
Yeah, there's...
It might be because we're level 48, but I don't know.
There's probably that, yeah.
Hey look, more poison ooze!
Oh, lovely. At least there's a treasure chest. Okay, I'm getting pretty sick of this already. How does Angela take so much damage from that?
Well, the hero takes more, actually.
These spells can't bounce when you use them on yourself.
That would be really frustrating.
Well, where would they bounce to? Because they bounce back to the cast tool, which is you. Of course, if it bouncing completely neutralized it, you know, given that apparently they thought having dead allies be able to, you know, bounce back your revive spells. You know, I would not be surprised if characters could try to heal themselves with magic and end up bouncing it and the spell completely fizzling.
Let's see, a treasure chest near ooze. 10 bucks is a trap.
Yeah, figures. So I like that anytime these actually show up as chest monsters, I say as Jessica's bouncing cleavage shows up on the screen, there's only the one of them where they're not any threat at all, compared to the random encounters where there are actually, like, 2 or 3 of them.
Well, if it's just one, you really can't.
If it's just one, you can just stomp it flat. It's just like, punch, 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 dead. And down that goes at least.
Okay, so far we've lost Hero and Jessica, if I'm counting correctly.
What do you mean?
Hero and Jessica died once.
Through the dungeon.
Yeah.